Okay, this is game number 4 of a match between Hu, an avatar created by a site called XiangQi.com versus XieXieMaster. This game is won by Hu, that is this avatar for Hu ROng Hua, the greatest champion of all, probably. Again, I just want to tell you guys, I'm sorry if you are listening as a background sound to the air conditioning of a car or the engine of a car, but here are 90 degrees, and like every famous YouTuber, before they become famous, you have to live a certain period of your life in the car, practically before you really become famous. You have to stay in the car for a while and see what happens. So if you want to subscribe to the channel or donate money, please contact me because it's kind of important. Thank you. Okay, so now let's watch the game. I find these games very, very exciting. First of all, because XieXieMaster, in any case, also when it's at 10 seconds, is able to see like 8 moves ahead. And when he sees a checkmate, I think he sees like 10, 12 moves ahead for a checkmate. He's able to do that also with 10 seconds because it's running on a Intel i7 12th generation. So it's a good processor. However, Who is running on a server, and I don't know how powerful is the server, but I know that they are amazingly powerful because some server have obviously this computer has 16 gigabyte of RAM, and unfortunately XieXieMaster doesn't use them all. I don't know why. Maybe because the programmer didn't update it to the new CPUs and the RAM that we have. But for what regards that is powered by Pikafish, that is a neural engine, like Stockfish, it's a fork of Stockfish. Well, Pikafish, it's really using all the RAM, and on a server it could be maybe 200 gigabyte of RAM or more that are dedicated to a certain site. So we must be cognizant of this fact because obviously at a certain point this was the strange thing of this match. In the first 3 games, XieXieMaster wins 2 and lose 1. But then, from this point forward, from game number 4 to game number 12, Who has won each single game? So that's kind of amazing, and show a domination that is incredible. Now, the part I don't know is, because I know that neural engine, the NNUE, they generally are able to grow their scale and balance. That is the thing they use for the evaluation of the position. And then, boom, they become stronger, especially when they play against strong players. So that's the reason. However, I think it's nice to celebrate Hu ROng Hua, since he was really a great champion. If I remember well, he won his fourth championship in 1960, so he was just 15 years old. In 1960, obviously, China wasn't the colossus that is today. They surely didn't have all the tools that we have today. So, in this sense, the performance made by Mr. Hu ROng Hua is amazing. Is amazing because it didn't have all the tools we have today. Today, yes, a kid can become a grandmaster at 10 years old, like it happened for chess. Why? Because there are high-level tournaments everywhere, every weekend. Every weekend in chess is like that. You can play in every big city in the world a tournament every weekend. And this is important because once you encounter strong opposition, you learn from them. But not only that, we have a tactic training online. We have coaches online. So we can access to an amount of information without speaking of chess base that has a database with like, I don't know if it is 10 million games, and it's crazy because in reality we will never watch 10 million games, but we can do research on some openings and middle game themes or even end game pawn structures. That is amazing. Huh? So, and here you can see. I mean, the guy could have probably given checkmate before, but the first thing he does with the engine, it's really funny, is killing all the enemy pieces. All the enemy pieces must be dead before he gives checkmate. Check it that. So this is kind of sadistic, and I don't think Hu ROng Hua is this. Hu ROng Hua is not a sadist. I think he must be a very smart, practical, pragmatical, and very, very intelligent man. And probably, he gives checkmate as soon as possible. No? Generally, it's what we do. Okay, so this was game number 4. Game number 4, Hu was red, XieXieMaster was black. XieXieMaster lost.